You're probably staring at a catalog or a list of videos, wondering if you should waste another weekend and a few $100s on a grill component that ends up sitting unused because it doesn't fit your layout, your gas line, or the way you actually cook. I get it, the outdoor kitchen market is full of flashy names and promises, and the last thing you want is to end up with a heavy stainless steel box that looks good on the page but becomes a headache in the yard. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. And I'm going to walk through why the Bull Outdoor Products 26039 Natural Gas Outlaw Drop-In Grill Head with Mop Horn Double Doors might or might not be the right fit for your setup. First off, let's picture the typical scenario most people face when they decide to upgrade their backyard cooking space. You've got a concrete slab or a stone countertop, maybe a built-in fridge, and you're dreaming of a seamless, professional-looking cooking station that can handle a family barbecue, a weekend brunch, and the occasional pizza night. The Bull Outlaw Grill Head is designed to sit inside a custom cabinet or an existing metal enclosure, essentially becoming the heart of that station. At 30 inches wide by 21 inches high, it's a mid-size unit big enough to host 2 to 3 burners, but small enough to fit within most standard outdoor kitchen footprints without forcing you to rearrange everything. One of the first practical strengths that shows up once you start measuring is the double door configuration. The doors are made from 304 stainless steel, which is the same grade you see in professional kitchen appliances. That means they resist rust even after years of exposure to rain, salt spray, or the occasional splash from a grill flare-up. The double doors open like a small pantry, giving you clear visibility into the cooking chamber and allowing you to slide a tray or a pizza stone in and out without having to crane over a single, bulky door. For someone who likes to do a mix of direct flame grilling and indirect cooking, that extra access point can save a lot of fiddling. The vented design on the doors also helps manage heat buildup. The vents let some of the hot air escape, which can keep the surrounding cabinetry from getting overly hot during a long cook. The access door on the side is another detail that tends to get overlooked until you actually need it. Imagine you're searing a steak on a high-heat burner and you want to add a few vegetables without opening the main doors and losing temperature. The side door gives you that quick entry point, and because it's also stainless steel it stays cool enough to handle without burning your hands. In real-world use, that translates to smoother transitions between different cooking stages, especially if you're entertaining and need to keep the flow moving. Now, let's talk about the downside, and it's not about the stainless steel itself, which is solid, but about the installation requirements. The Outlaw Grill Head is a drop-in unit, meaning it expects a pre-built enclosure that matches its dimensions and provides the proper support for its weight. At roughly 150 pounds, it's not something you can just lift onto a countertop and bolt in without help. If you're a DIY enthusiast, you'll need to have a sturdy frame, possibly reinforced with steel brackets, and you'll need to route a natural gas line to the unit. The product doesn't include the gas line or the regulators, so you'll have to source those separately, and you'll need to make sure the pressure matches the burners you plan to install. For many, that means hiring a licensed plumber or gas technician, which adds to the overall cost and timeline. Another practical consideration is the lack of built-in burners. The grill head is essentially a shell. You have to buy and install your own burners, heat diffusers, and any additional accessories like rotisseries or side burners. Some buyers might think they're getting a ready-to-cook grill, but in reality you're getting the framework. If you're looking for an all-in-one solution that you can turn on out of the box, this isn't it. However, for someone who already has a set of high-quality burners they love, or who wants to customize the layout, say, a larger searing burner on one side and a low heat zone on the other, this flexibility can actually be a strength. Who should buy this? If you already have an outdoor kitchen cabinet or you're planning a custom build and you're comfortable working with a professional to get the gas line and framing right, this grill head can be a solid anchor point. It's especially appealing to people who want the look and durability of stainless steel without the bulk of a full-size, pre-assembled grill. If you love the idea of swapping out burners, adding a rotisserie kit later, or integrating a pizza stone into your cooking space, the Outlaw gives you that modularity. It also makes sense for households that already run natural gas to the house, because you avoid the hassle.